Coming up on the Broad Commons Network, a new play is set to open at Longwood University. Parking could see a drastic change around the campus, and a coaching icon plans to retire from the Longwood baseball team. This is the Broad Commons Network. Good evening and welcome to the BCN Weekly Newscast. I'm Kevin Green, and this is your local Farmville and Longwood University news. In our first story, parking around the Longwood University campus has become an area of contention for both the town and the university. BCN's Sneed has the story.
Longwood University parking prices could be changing in the upcoming future due to statewide budget cuts. With more, here's Gerald Spates, town manager of Farmville.
Well, the issue is the streets that are within the campus. We own them and we maintain them. In Longwood, we allow Longwood to charge for parking on those streets.
The areas that are owned by the town include the streets in front of the high-rises and all streets on the backside of campus: Madison, Race, Franklin, Pine, and Redford Street. Longwood Parking Services Laura Rice believes everything could transfer to the town of Farmville.
This upcoming school year, it's been suggested that Farmville will take over the parking on the streets. What that will mean, I'm not quite sure yet, except that it's anticipated that they will have their own parking program with their own stickers, decals if you will, and their own pay schedule.
Farmville is not only looking to keep the property for the residents who live right next to campus, but also because if the property goes to the university, emergency vehicles will not be able to drive down the streets.
Still have residents that live within that campus area, and I mean we can't close them off, and that's what our main concern is. Right?
Farmville is in charge of maintaining all the surrounding roads, and Longwood has been free from having to provide any assistance with the upkeep of the infrastructure. With icy conditions tearing up the roads, some of that budget could go towards repairs and could increase parking for the future. I'm Sneed with BCN News.
In our next story, construction on a project to fix baseball fields at the Piedmont Farmville Youth Association are underway. According to Farmville Town Manager Gerald Spates, the Field of Dreams Master Plan project will take 2 to 4 years to complete. For now, the only parts of the project that will be completed are seating for the fields and a new parking area off of Route 460. According to Spates, these renovations will be completed in time for the baseball season to start at the end of April. In campus news, BCN's Liz Harris has more on a new play opening for Longwood Theater.
Drama takes center stage as Longwood University Theater and Alpha Psi Omega gear up to present their production of For Colored Girls Who Considered Suicide When the Rainbow Was Enough.
She doesn't know the sound of her own voice, her infinite beauty. She's half notes scattered without rhythm, no tune. Sang her sighs, sang the song of her possibilities.
The play is a series of poems that touch on an array of women's issues, including suicide and gender and racial injustices.
I want you to know that this was an experiment to see how selfish I could be, to see if I could carry on the snare a possible lover.
Despite the show's title, the small cast features members of both sexes and a variety of racial backgrounds. Opening night is slated for Wednesday, February 27th, and the production will run until Friday, March 1st. All shows will be at 7 p.m. in the Lab Theater, which is located on the first floor of the Center for Communication Studies and Theater building on Longwood University's campus. Tickets can be purchased for $5 at the theater box office in the same building. For BCN News, I'm Liz Harris.
In our final story, Longwood University's head baseball coach is retiring after a 35-year tenure. In November of last year, it was announced via the Longwood Lancers athletics site that head coach Charles Buddy Boulding would be retiring at the end of the 2013 baseball season.
As my age has progressed, my capacities to do things on the field physically have declined.
Boulding's departure will come after the Lancers' first season of competition in the Big South Conference. The veteran coach admits that the opportunity for conference play motivated him.
I mean, it's possible that I could have hung my cleats up a couple of years ago, but I really did want to work toward the Big South and have the program as healthy as possible so that when we did get in the Big South Conference or any other conference, that we would have an opportunity to be successful right away.
During his time at Longwood, Coach Boulding has amassed 927 wins and seen numerous of his players move on to the major leagues. However, Coach Boulding insists that on-the-field victories may not be his greatest accomplishments.
My hope is that my wife and I, who have worked in this program for all these years, have given these young men something that you don't see every day.
Thank you for watching this week's newscast on the Brock Commons Network. Stay tuned for next week's show. I'm Kevin Green. Have a great week, everybody.